we can go ahead and talk about college football. I want to talk about some games. It's the start of college football. Week 2 has concluded. I'm very excited. The 12-team playoff race. Thank God we have this. And I feel like this season is going to be interesting. Very interesting. New changes across the whole country. The college football playoffs. I know everybody's excited for it because now it feels like everybody has a chance. You see a team like Florida State, which I will say it, fuck Florida State. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you were talking all of that mess saying, oh, we should have made it and all of this. But when it came time, this year, where it was the revenge year, the redemption year, where y'all at? You lost to Georgia Tech the first week, and then you lost to Boston College to go 0-2. Like, what's going on? Where was all of that talk? Now y'all are for sure not going to make the college football playoffs, and y'all start off as number 10. Start off as number 10 for this year. Like, get them out of there. Alabama should have made it. Roll Tide. But let's go ahead and talk about the first game. Texas Longhorns versus the Michigan Wolverines. The Texas Longhorns, Quinn Ewers and them boys roll into Ann Arbor and absolutely destroy the Michigan Wolverines 31-12. It was 24-3 at halftime. Overall, Quinn Ewers played a great game. 24 of 36 for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gunningham, the tight end, caught him a touchdown and overall played very, very, very good. Steve Sarkisian has been cooking on all cylinders ever since he has started his trip at UT. Jared Gibson had himself a touchdown. Isaiah Bond didn't have him a touchdown. That was Matthew Golden had him a touchdown. Jaden Blue, 6 carries, 37 yards, had him a touchdown. He had ended up getting hurt. He had ended up getting banged up. Came back in the game and got him a touchdown. Michigan overall, Davis Warren, 22 of 33, 204 yards, 1 TD, 2 INTs. I think personally, Michigan may not be good for maybe like 2-3 years. I don't think Davis Warren, I don't know what he is. I think he's a junior. He's like a redshirt junior or something. I don't think he is the guy. And I think Jim Harbaugh saw that. I think Jim Harbaugh knew once J.J. McCarthy left, once Blake Corum left, the offensive line, once they were gone, he knew that the writing was on the wall, number 1. And 2, he did not want to get caught with the scandal that had ended up happening. So, for those reasons, he had ended up leaving. And, they brought in, they didn't bring in I think it was one of the coordinators and now the head coach. And, yeah, Davis Warren, I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy at all. Donovan Edwards only had 8 carries for 41 yards. He was getting bottled up. Colston Loveland is their best receiver by far, but he is their tight end. He had 8 catches for 70 yards, and that was really all Davis won. That's all he was really looking for. Samaj Morgan, he had him a touchdown, but it was very late in the game, so that way they could, get to 12 points. I think they tried going for 2, and they didn't end up getting it. But overall, Texas just played outstanding from the moment the whistle blew. The moment the whistle blew, they really are playing like the second best team. I think when they came in the Ann Arbor, they were the third best team. Now they're the second best team. Quinn Ewers is playing good. Me personally, I'm going to just say it. I think Quinn Ewers is the best quarterback in college football. I think he's better than Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is good. Don't get it twisted, but I think Quinn Ewers is overall just better. Yes, he has more talent around him, but I still think as a quarterback, and he's came a long way. He could have went to the draft, and he would have got drafted, but he came back for his final year at UT, and he's showing everybody he can be, the best quarterback in college football, if not one of the best quarterbacks in college football, and he's proven it, and I think Texas is going to be on a mission. Even though they don't have C.J. Baxter, he went out before the season had started, and he's going to be out for the year. I still think that their running game is going to be good. They got to develop that. But I think that they're overall going to be good, especially, if they have that passing game cooking. They got Isaiah Bond from Alabama. I think Matthew Golden is also a transfer. He had came in the UT. Gunnar Helm, like they got some good guys on offense. Got some good guys on offense. Um, their defense is good too. What is his name? I think it's Andrew Makumba, who had got an interception. He was balling. He was balling. I think he was a transfer from Clemson, balling the whole entire game. He was probably player of the game on defense. Um, Overall, I think Texas is going to be a better defensive team than they were last year. Last year, they were allowing so many yards on defense. And as you saw against Washington, they got cooked on defense on all cylinders by Michael Penix Jr. But I think that they're going to tighten up. I think they're going to tighten up, and I think they're going to make their defense a little bit better, especially with playing uh, now in the SEC with, Texas and Oklahoma moving to the SEC. I think that that's going to make them better. Playing teams like Georgia now is going to make them better. Playing teams like Alabama now is going to make them better versus playing the teams in the Big 12. It's going to make them better. So I think overall, as the season progresses, they're going to get better. Michigan, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. Like I said, I think Davis Warren is not the guy. I don't think he's the guy. Donovan Edwards, he's good. He's good, but he can't be the only person. Him and Colson Loveland can't be the only person on offense. And then another thing that they were doing, they will use Alex Orji every single time Alex Orji will come in the game. Everybody on Texas knows that it's going to be some run. He's not going to pass the ball. He's not going to pass the ball 40 yards. He's not going to pass the ball down the field. Anytime he comes, it's going to be a little read option or maybe, just maybe, a short pass. But when he comes in, like, Michigan was running predictable plays the whole entire game. It wasn't nothing too crazy, and Texas just got out early on them, and they just both raced them. They both raced them the whole entire game from start to finish. This game was never close. And if you really thought that it was going to be close, nah, it wasn't going to be close. Texas has more talent right now. But overall, great win for Texas. And I think Texas is going to be a team that can actually compete for a national championship. And they can make it far in this 12-team playoff race. But their next game, let me see. If we look at their schedule, they play UTSA, but they play Georgia October 19th. I think that's going to be a loss, but other than that, they may lose to Oklahoma, but I think with them losing to them last year, I don't think that they're going to lose to them another year. So I honestly think the only team that they may lose to is Georgia. But overall, I think that they're going to be fine. They're at least going to make it to the college football playoffs. And that's the thing that I love about the college football playoffs. It's not like, okay, if you lose one game with the 14 playoff race, you're done. You're done. Your season is over. Now, okay, you may lose one, but you're still okay. You're still okay. You may lose two. There may be some 2-loss teams that make it to the 12-team college football playoffs. You'll still be good. But if you lost one, you're out of it. And then when you have things like Florida State, who did go undefeated, but you have Alabama, who beat Georgia, you don't have to deal with those no more. And then I like how it's the 4 conference championships followed by the higher seeds, or no, the 5 conference championship winners in the 7 highest seeds. Like, I like it like that. I like the setup because it gives every team an opportunity to win. Gives every team an opportunity to win and make it to the college football playoffs. So it's not like, okay, if I'm a small school, we're not going to make it at all. We have no hope. We're not going to be the 4 best teams. If I'm Tulane, I'm not going to make it. So one thing I will say, the 12-team college football playoff race was a step in the right direction for college football. But going back to Texas, I don't see them losing to anybody other than Georgia. And even then, I still think the Georgia Texas game is going to be a good game because the game's in Texas. Not like the game's in Georgia. Plus, it's in October 19th, so they then played against Oklahoma. So it could be a good game. It could be a good game. So I'm really excited to see what Texas has in store. I really am. So overall, great win for Texas and Steve Sarkisian.